Say hello to the most delicious roast chicken you'll ever try. Butter rubbed under the skin with homemade stuffing, sprinkled with Italian seasoning and thyme, accompanied by roast potatoes and Chinese cabbage and carrots. This meal is so delicious. Once you cook it, you'll be licking your fingers. You will need celery, like a handful of celery, and then you're gonna need one large onion chopped into small pieces. You will also need garlic. I've had 8 garlic cloves. You're gonna fry all this with butter. You're gonna need about 100 grams of butter. Put that into the pan. Melt the butter. Add all the ingredients. Do not add the garlic without crushing it. So crush the garlic and add it. I'm now adding my garlic. Keep stirring it until the onions and the celery become transparent before you add breadcrumbs. You can make your own breadcrumbs at home by cutting bread into small pieces and putting them in the oven. You can use the Italian bread or the sandwich bread. Toast it in the oven before making the stuffing. Right now, I want to prepare my chicken. I'm going to put my fingers and open the skin up. Go as deep as you can, opening the skin up. It will open easily. When you put butter under the skin becomes very crispy and tender. It's just a good way of cooking chicken. I'm adding butter. The butter will also soften the rest of the chicken. So what you get is a very, very tasty chicken. I'm going to use about 50 grams of butter into the stuffing mixture. Once you chop the butter, start inserting them into the skin where you can feel the spaces. Try and push it as far as possible. After that, you can massage until it all goes flat. Check the stuffing and lower the heat at this point. When massaging, when massaging the chicken, please be careful, and especially the opening. Make sure it's not torn, and you're careful. Turn the chicken the other side and open the skin up and add some butter in every part of the chicken so that the chicken will be tasty and crispy. It will be so soft, you won't believe it. I'm now going to add breadcrumbs. Once you add, mix it very, very well. And you'll notice that it does need a little water, some fluid. Here you're going to add any fluid of your choice. Maybe you can add the stock that you had made earlier, or you can add water. It's up to you. You do not need to add a lot of water because if you add too much, it will be soggy. I'm now going to add my homemade seasoning, and after that, I'm going to add the Italian seasoning. Stir the mixture very well before adding the next one and before adding the stock. I added about a quarter of a cup and then mixed it up and then put it on the side to cool down. I'm now applying olive oil on the baking tray, preparing it to go into the oven. Before you put anything in the oven, prepare it, put it up to 200 degrees centigrade or 425 Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes, and then lower it down to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees centigrade when you put the chicken. Like I said, I'll put all the descriptions and the ingredients below. I'm now stuffing my chicken, but what I'll do, I'll stuff it in a way that I'll just push it towards the neck and then leave some space for the heat to circulate just do as you can see how I'm doing, then tie the chicken and leave space inside. Don't put too much because you need the air to circulate inside to cook the chicken very, very well. I'm going to tie my chicken. You can find a string, make sure it's clean, and then tie both legs and the bottom part of the chicken. Tie them together. Make sure you've blocked the passage so nothing comes out. Well, it might, but you try your level best to cover the opening of the chicken so that all the contents that are stuffed inside do not come out while it's cooking. I'm going to add some seasoning on the top. So I'm adding Italian seasoning. I'm also going to add some salt, some thyme, some Italian seasoning, apply olive oil at the same time. Just massage each and every place. I'm now going to add a bit of my seasoning, which is all-purpose seasoning. I use it for everything. I'm just decorating the skin so when it goes into the oven, it just becomes crispy and nice and tender and just so yummy. It's easier to put the olive oil first and then put the seasoning on the top of the oil. That way it's easier to massage the chicken. So that's what I'm doing. I'm adding, um, I'm now adding the thyme and then I'll add the Italian seasoning on the top. Like I said, if you haven't got the Italian seasoning, you can add you can buy rosemary, sage, and thyme and just mix them up and put them like I'm doing. With oregano, oregano is also very good for chicken. You can add that as well. And right now, my chickens come off. Make sure you use a strong piece of string that doesn't come off. You can add the remainder of the garlic, but you don't have to. Um, right now, you're preparing your oven. You want the chicken to go in there. Everything is set. Temperature is fine. So you're going to put your chicken in the oven at 200 degrees for half an hour. Check. And then another 15 minutes should be. Right now, I'm adding stock cube so that I make some stock and then add into the chicken. I want my chicken to cook very slowly and tenderly because if I leave it without stock, it will dry up and then, it won't be as I want it because I want it soft and nice. It keeps it moist. So I'll add the stock and leave it there keep to keep it moist. Just put hot water in a jug, add one stalk or two, stir it. I'm adding one stalk because I've already put salt in my chicken, enough salt and seasoning, so I don't need a lot of stock here, just one. Once I stir it, I'm going to put half into the chicken because I do not want to put a flood of water inside. It will take long. Just put a half of it and then you come back and put the rest in the middle of the cooking to make sure it doesn't dry up. So pour the stock inside the chicken and then put it back in the oven. I've chopped 6 to 7 potatoes to go with the chicken. I'm going to boil them for just a few minutes, about 10 to 15, then take them out and put them in the oven. Make sure they're chopped into small equal parts so that they all cook at the same time. Cover your potatoes and check them after 15 to 20 minutes. Add a little salt, then cover them for another 5 minutes and take them off. This one here is one of my favorite cabbages. It's a Chinese cabbage. And what I like about it is that it cooks so fast. It's just like 5, even less minutes, 5 to 6 minutes, it's ready and ready to serve. Just chop into thin slices or whatever size you like, and wash it clean. I'm now going to add the stock that remained into the chicken, and then I'm going to turn the chicken on the other side to cook as well. Add a little seasoning or a little salt, depending on how much you feel like you put earlier on, and then put it back in the oven. While waiting for the chicken to cook, I'm going to peel ginger to prepare my cabbage. At this point, I'll take my potatoes out because they're just like I wanted them. I'm now going to take out my chicken because I want to add my potatoes. I'll remove the juices, the gravy, and then this is the last part of the chicken cooking. Let's say about 20 minutes before the chicken is ready. Take it out, remove the fluid, and then add your potatoes around it, and then put butter on top of the potatoes and put it back in the oven. I'm going to put about 50 grams of butter and spread it around. Make sure you cover all the potatoes and put some on top of the chicken. Just make sure it's you know, all covered nicely so that the potatoes will come out crispy and yummy. Put it back in the oven for another 10 minutes. I'm adding to the pan olive oil, ginger, and carrots. My potato peeler has been very handy. I love it. I found potato peeler doing a very good job of slicing the carrots, so I give it thumbs up. So once you do saute a little bit of the carrot, you're gonna add cabbage. Mix the cabbage very, very well and taste the seasoning. Everything should just be perfect. After 5 minutes, we are adding the coriander. Chop the leaves and leave you don't need the stems, but you can always add them. Sometimes I like adding the stems because they add a lot of taste to it. But because the carrots are cooking very quickly, I don't need to add the stalks because they will take a little bit longer to cook. After checking, I need more salt. Add seasoning at this point according to your taste and keep stirring. Do not leave the cabbage. Just stay there and stir it until it cooks very well. But having said that, do not overcook it. It just needs about 5 minutes of constant stirring and it's ready to eat. I'm going to add black pepper. My cabbage now is cooked to perfection. I'm now going to take out my chicken. Should be cooked by now. Just look at that. That chicken is cooked to perfection, and I'm sure the taste is just what I expected. It will be yummy, yummy, yummy. Potatoes are so nice and soft, and they will be yummy, yummy, yummy. Look at that. Look at that. With this cabbage, you cannot even start to imagine. The taste will be so good. And of course, this will go very well with the cabbage and a bit of gravy. Look. What I want to tell you is that I had my chicken without gravy and it was so good because the gravy would have interfered with the taste, and that cabbage is just full of flavor from the ginger that I cut up and cooked with it. And that chicken was so yummy. The stuffing was just falling out. It was so good. The chicken was just tender, moist, crunchy, very nice. I love crunchy. The potatoes were so buttery and very soft. When you eat that and a bit of cabbage, you'll be licking your fingers. I did. Haha. Now you go and try and cook your own, and you come back here and tell me what a yummy, tasty, fantastic, wow, what can I say? It's something you want to cook for your loved ones on a Sunday when you're all relaxed on the table and just enjoy. This is it. This is the perfect chicken that you'll ever want to cook. I'm going to taste my chicken. Those who have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share this delicious, yummy, very well cooked with love, very tasty. You can see the stuffing all falling apart. and melted on the chicken. And you can have the stuffing. It's really delicious. I'm going to have mine. For those who have not subscribed and you're here for the first time, please subscribe, like, and share so that next time you'll be the first one to be informed of the next one when it comes out. So for now, thank you for watching. Stay blessed and bye-bye.